Our story begins with Job, a man who seemingly had it all. He was described as blameless and upright, a man who feared God and shunned evil. He was incredibly wealthy, with thousands of sheep, camels, oxen, and donkeys. He had a large, loving family, with 7 sons and 3 daughters. By all accounts, Job was living the perfect life, blessed in every way imaginable. But his perfect world was about to be turned upside down. High in the heavens, a scene unfolds. The angels present themselves before God, and among them is Satan, the accuser. God points out Job's righteousness, but Satan scoffs. He argues that Job is only faithful because God has blessed him so abundantly. Stretch out your hand and strike everything he has, Satan challenges, and he will surely curse you to your face. In a test of faith, God grants Satan permission to strike all that Job has, but not to harm Job himself. And just like that, disaster strikes. In a single, horrific day, a cascade of calamities erases Job's entire world. One messenger arrives, breathless, to report that raiders have stolen his oxen and donkeys and killed his servants. Before he can even finish, another messenger appears, saying fire from the heavens has burned up his sheep and shepherds. Then, another comes, reporting that raiders have carried off his camels and killed more servants. Finally, the most devastating blow. A 4th messenger arrives to tell Job that a mighty wind collapsed the house where his children were feasting, and all of them are gone. Imagine the sheer weight of this loss. In a moment, everything Job held dear was ripped away. Yet, in his profound grief, Job tore his robe, shaved his head, fell to the ground, and worshipped. He said, "The Lord gave and the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be praised." Through this unimaginable tragedy, Job did not sin by charging God with wrongdoing. But the test wasn't over. Satan appears before God again, arguing that Job only remains faithful because his own body is untouched. "Strike his flesh and bones," Satan insists, "and he will surely curse you." So God allows it, with one condition: Satan must spare Job's life. Satan then afflicts Job with agonizing sores from the soles of his feet to the crown of his head. His suffering was so great that he sat among the ashes, scraping his painful sores with a piece of broken pottery. His own wife, seeing his misery, told him to curse God and die. But Job refused, asking, "Shall we accept good from God, and not trouble?" Then Job's 3 friends, Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar, heard of his troubles and came to comfort him. For 7 days and 7 nights, they sat with him in silence, because they saw how great his suffering was. But when they finally spoke, their comfort turned to accusation. For chapter after chapter, they engaged in a long, painful debate. They insisted that Job's suffering must be a direct punishment for some secret sin. They argued that God is just, and therefore, Job must be wicked to deserve such a fate. Job, however, maintained his innocence, crying out in anguish and confusion, desperate to understand why this was happening to him and pleading for a chance to present his case before God. After the friends fall silent, and after Job's final, desperate plea to the heavens, something incredible happens. God himself answers, but not with a gentle word of comfort or a neat explanation. Out of a powerful whirlwind, God speaks, not to answer Job's questions, but to question Job. "Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation?" God thunders. He unleashes a torrent of questions about the mysteries of the universe, the sea, the dawn, the stars, the snow, the wild animals. God's speech is a powerful, humbling display of his infinite wisdom and power, contrasting starkly with Job's limited human understanding. God never explains the why of Job's suffering. Instead, he reveals the who, the all-powerful, all-wise creator who is in control of all things, even those that seem chaotic and unjust. Humbled and in awe, Job finally understands. He replies to the Lord, "I know that you can do all things. No purpose of yours can be thwarted. Surely I spoke of things I did not understand, things too wonderful for me to know." He repents, not for a sin that caused his suffering, but for his pride in questioning God's justice. With Job's perspective restored, God turns to his 3 friends. He rebukes them for misrepresenting him and for their false, simplistic counsel. He commands them to make a sacrifice and tells them that Job will pray for them, and he will accept Job's prayer. And then, the restoration. God restores Job's fortunes, giving him double what he had before. He receives 14,000 sheep, 6,000 camels, 1,000 yoke of oxen, and 1,000 donkeys. He is also blessed with another 7 sons and 3 daughters, who are said to be the most beautiful women in all the land. Job lives for another 140 years, seeing his children and their children to the 4th generation. He lived a long, full life, his faith tested by fire and proven to be genuine. The story of Job doesn't give us easy answers, but it offers something more valuable, a glimpse into the nature of faith, suffering, and the profound mystery of God. Thanks for watching. If this story moved you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need to hear it today.